played your first year, and then you had to sit out, and then now you're kind of getting ready to get back into game action. What's the wait been like for you, and how ready are you to get back on the court and play a meaningful game?
I mean, the wait, it feel like it's been forever, but like you said, I finally get a chance to get back out there with the guys. I'm excited about it, and I mean, I'm just ready to play, just ready to go out there, put on a Kansas uniform and compete.
Do you remember your last regular season game?
I don't recall it. I don't.
What was Saturday or Sunday like for you? Was that about what you expected the atmosphere to be?
Yeah, I mean, it was everything I expected and some more. I mean, you know, I kind of got a feel of how the rivalry was, but I mean, you know, I didn't really. I mean, you know, it wasn't as deep as it was when, you know, the time was really there.
And Coach Self said that playing in an atmosphere like that was his biggest takeaway. How can that help you in big games going forward?
I mean, knowing that, you know, we have big games on our schedule, I think it prepared me in a way that, you know, practice or, you know, just a regular game couldn't prepare me. So, I mean, that's probably the biggest takeaway I got out of it.
And you got some time running the point in that game. How comfortable were you with that, and how confident are you that you can help relieve Devonte when called upon?
Very comfortable and confident about it because, you know, last year sitting out, that's one of the things that I worked on a lot. You know, just having the ball in my hand, you know, making others better.
Malik, we've talked about this a little bit before. Svi, you can answer too if you don't mind.
I totally got it.
Even though you're, you know, still a sophomore, classification-wise, you're kind of an older dude. Svi, you're young but a veteran. How much does the experience that this team has help you guys? And you think that can be something that separates you a little bit?
You got a big one.
I would say it's great if you have a lot of experienced guys because you know what's going on, you know what's going to happen, and you know we're playing with each other like for me and Devonte for 3 years, and me and Legere for 2 years, and you know what coach wants us to do, and we can teach young guys, and we can help them to learn faster.
Is there something, I don't know, a sense of calm or something that can take over during games too? Obviously, all those things make sense. You know, coach, he knows you.
Mm-hmm.
But is it ever something that plays into the game when you're out there on the floor? I've been here. I've seen this a million times. Something like
yeah,
that?
definitely, because you know, if you first got here and you like first game, some of the guys playing in front of 19,000 people, and you know, some of the nervous, but you know, we used to play in this. In front of 19,000 people, or every game in the field house when it's full 16,000 people, and you know, it just gives you confidence and you're more prepared.
You think there's anything you haven't seen yet in college ball?
Probably Final Four. Yeah, that's what we haven't seen yet.
Svi, obviously your role has expanded since you've been here.
Mm-hmm.
You seem now a lot more comfortable with the media. Is your role on the floor also expanded as far as leadership and talking more, and does that all kind of go hand in hand?
I'm trying to do more on the court and on the court with a vocal standpoint, just talk to young guys, talk to everybody, because I'm a senior. I've been here for 4 years and for 3 years, and just trying to help everybody else.
Is it a difficult transition taking on that role?
I'll say for me, because I'm a pretty calm guy. I never used to like talk a lot and stuff, but I'm trying to get better.
Other than the Final Four thing you just talked about, and obviously winning at the highest level possible, do you go into this year thinking about things that you want to improve? Obviously, you know, tested and got feedback from pro scouts and stuff like that. So, is that in your mind? I mean, when you're playing games, when you're practicing, I need to work on this or do this or show this, or do you even worry about that?
Yeah, definitely. Because if I get better, my team get better, and you know, if the team get better, we'll win more games. If we win more games, we go to the national championship game. And if we win the national championship game, that's a really great accomplishment.
Is there one area that you're focused most on of your game?
I would say overall, just everything.
Malik, will you talk about that experience thing? I mean, these guys, Devonte, Svi, you know what they've done. You know they've been around. Same with Frank last year, and you got to see that up close. So, do you feel that? Do you feel the experience is there, even though you've just played 1 year?
I do, and you know, I haven't played in games as big as these guys have, but I mean, I played in some big games, so you know, I kind of know what to expect going into the game and things like that, and you know, how to keep my composure and keep calm during the game and things like that. And I mean, I just look for these guys for I mean, just advice, like, you know, just playing wise. I mean, not anything from experience wise, anything like that, just playing.
Devonte, for you, what do you think the biggest adjustment will be in terms of life without Frank? I mean, I know he's been here, he was with you the first 3 years, and now it's just kind of you. Any thoughts on kind of what that's going to be like not having him?
Well, it's not just me. You know, I got my backcourt partners right here, Malik, Svi, Legero. But, you know, it'd definitely be different without him. You know, I played with him for 3 years, learned a lot from him, like all of us did. But, you know, every year is new faces come in, expectations stay the same. So, you know, we just got to, it's next man up.
What do you think the greatest thing you learned from him last year, seeing kind of the season he had and how he handles things?
You know, just one thing he told me was, it's your last year, you got to go out and enjoy it all, soak it all in, and have that kill mentality every game. You know, you got to play like it's your last, because in reality it is.
We were just talking about the experience that this team has. You guys aren't, you know, you got some new faces, but you're veterans, and even Malik is a little bit. Can you talk about just the advantage of that? I mean, you lose a guy like Frank who had all that, but you're still kind of one of the more experienced teams in the country, in the league, all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like we got a nice little mix of new and old, guys who've been there, played in big games, and guys who haven't. But for the most part, we just try to share our experiences with the young guys, and, you know, coach do a good job of trying to prepare us for atmospheres that we'll play in, like the Mizzou exhibition game. You know, was a nice little test atmosphere-wise for us to see what like pressure feels like and stuff like that. So we just try to help the young guys as much as we can.
What in your opinion, what's the biggest advantage of having that sort of veteran presence, that, you know, kind of that calm that can come with that?
Just knowing, being in certain situations before, knowing what coach wants. You know, a young squad might get, you know, rattled and sped up when me as a senior point guard, I know, like, we need to slow down, get a good possession right here, just certain things like that.
I feel like you've seen it all in the college game.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Not all, but a lot, yeah.
Devonte, Coach Self said that Bill doesn't think you guys could sustain an injury like the one you had last year to Udoka. With that in mind, have the practices looked at all any different? Are you still going full force in practices?
Yeah, we definitely still beating up on each other every day. You know, you can't practice not to get hurt, you know, because that's when injuries happen, when you play timid or just thinking something bad is going to happen. So we just go out and play, you know, make each other better every day, and, you know, just hopefully, you know, you never wish injuries on anybody, any opponent or anything like that. So.
And Billy looked pretty good playing the 5 on Sunday. How comfortable are you with him in that role?
Real comfortable. You know, he's got to get more comfortable with it. You know, he's not used to being center at the center position, but with our team and what we need, you know, he just gotta buy into it, and I think he'll be real comfortable come conference play with it.
If you take Frank out of the equation, before you got to Kansas, or maybe right when you got to Kansas, were there guys that you looked at, guards that you looked at, that thought, that made you think, I could maybe be them someday, or I could maybe pass them on these charts, or any of those?
Before I came to college?
Yeah. Did you have any of that, or even when you first got to campus?
You talking about previous?
Right,
KU?
yeah, the old Jayhawks.
You know, I never really even thought about it like that.
Yeah.
You know I was always confident in myself and my ability, but I just wanted to just be here, play, and help the team win. I never even looked at stats or passing people and stuff like that.
Since you have been here and become a part of this whole thing, are there guys you've kind of grown to admire that came before you?
Definitely Sharon.
Yeah.
Big guy. He talked to me all the time, you know, on the court, off the court. Aaron Miles, I think when he was on staff, helped me out a ton. And when Tyshawn and them come back, Elijah, you know, guys, they all come back and just share their knowledge with me and how I should play, and being a senior year, how I got to come out and with that.
Is there a common theme that they tell you this is what it takes, or they
just you got to go out and kill, like this is your year, you know, little things like that.